Hey, what's up guys? How are you? Welcome back, and to all my brothers and sisters, action figure enthusiasts out there and video game enthusiasts. This is your boy Hebot coming at you after quite a while with another action figure review and high-end collectible, really, for another property related to video games and in the action figure realm. And this is none other than the Storm Collectible Golden Axe Death Adder. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time in coming. I've had this guy in my hands for about 3 weeks now, and haven't really been able to review him due to life and circumstances, basically just being busy. But today we'll take a look at it. And as you can see, we have him right here in the window box opening with the nice bubble in the front, as you can see him displayed. And we have Golden Axe here on the lower left hand side with the font of the game and a nice big picture of the face of the action figure. You see it says 17 and up because this is a high-end collectible figure. This figure will run you anywhere from 120 to 150 with tax and with shipping, straight from Storm Collectibles. As you can see, the box looks really nice. They actually made it a lot more thinner, right, this time around. And you can see that it has the logo there and a half a face and picture of Death Adder. But I will say this, for all you mint on card collectors, if you're deciding to collect Storm Collectibles, it is a hit or miss with them because they have the tendency to send these boxes really tight knit with other cardboard boxes that are not as thick, and they don't put real protection like bubble wrapping and things of that nature. So the figure in the box and the box itself will come dinged up, and this is how badly it came dinged up. As you can see, this is the top where the front of it and the top of it is worn, creases there, creases all over on the side. So basically, buyers beware. If you're a mint-on card collector, the Storm Collectible is not mint-on card friendly with people that really like to be mint-on card collectors, like I said. So now we take a quick look at the back of the box, and you'll see that it has the Golden Axe there with the trio, which is Tyrese, Gillian, and obviously Axe Battler. And they already have been announced and shown, which I did pre-order them. Each that come with their respective beast that they ride. And there's a picture of Death Adder, a lot of skeletons, and the silhouette in red on the packaging. And this is the skeleton that you see when you do your selecting of the characters in the video game from Sega. So here is some other, promotional shots with the skeletons, which I do have these skeletons in white. And keep in mind that they also made variants like the purple ones, and they also made the gunmetal bronze ones that are also exclusive to, I think, to Hong Kong Con or something like that. I could be wrong, but it seems it's still collectible in the corner with their designated website and its site address. And even here you can see that it's like all coming out. So anyway, that is the packaging. Without further ado, let's pull him out of packaging and let's see what he has to offer out of packaging, of course. So sit back, relax, have a digital drink, and I hope you enjoyed my analysis and review of Death Adder. And we're back, and as you can see, we have them out of packaging. And in all of his glory. He's standing there, and he looks really imposing. Very big, very large, very hefty type of figure. And as you can see, in the background, we have came in the insert inside, which is the select skeleton hands with the skeleton in the backdrop. That's a select player with the other characters, like I said earlier. So let's take a quick look at Death Adder. And as you can see right there, Death Adder never really had a face. It was all in black. So I think it's very clever how they did the face in this one to make him have a face all in black with the yellow eyes. Now, they could have gone the route that Mattel did with the faceless one, where they just made everything a flat face, kind of ghostly, in black, and not really have a nose or a mouth. But I think it works here because of the fact that he has the body that is completely human and human-like. Here are his shoulder pads, which are connected obviously to the back of the figure, and his helmet, right? And his helmet is completely removable. You can see and take a look right there at his face. He has some veins on the top, and then the snark, and then some fading black into his neckline. Now, you also see that his muscle veins and details are all there, painted really nicely with a nice wash and airbrush type look. And the gauntlets here on his actual forearms as well. But you also notice that it has like a nice sheen to it, and this is separate pieces. The fist that comes already attached to him, which is one of the sets of hands that come with him, and then the middle actual skirt piece, as you see here, that is definitely a separate piece, as you can see, and very gummy and pliable, which is scary when it comes to Storm collectibles, because through time, a lot of times the people complain that the figure starts to rip in certain areas. Same thing like the, you see the actual thighs. The skirt piece is really nice with some black highlights and lines in it. Very accurate to the character in the game. Then we go to his boots, same thing with that line. Padding on the knees, going all the way down, which this goes down, and that's why it looks like that, but it's supposed to go down like so. Here in the actual foot area, and they did this, there it goes, slides down. They did this so that it looks uniform with the bottom piece, which is the actual shoes that would look informed the boots. I don't know if they should have done it all one piece, but I understand for the articulation reason they couldn't. So as you can see, it kind of just looks that way. So you gotta kind of push it down every time. Now, this figure is made with that technology that they use. I don't know if it's, I think it's Hot Toys that uses it. And that technology is basically where the figure itself is like all one piece of rubber over an endoskeleton that has the articulation in the bottom of it, and in the inside of the shell. And I don't know how it's going to be, with time, if that's going to actually work. Like especially here, that feels like there's a lot of rubbery space in it, and it might start to deteriorate and rip. I'm hoping that it doesn't, because usually the Storm Collectibles figures have quality, but with time, I've seen a lot of people, especially in the Facebook groups, complain that the figures end up deteriorating, and something ends up either ripping or something ends up happening long term, right? With the figures, which is not cool, obviously. It's not cool because we pay a lot of money for these things, right? Obviously. So now let's take a quick look at his accessories, and then we'll take a look at his articulation. And here we are. Here are his accessories that he comes with. It's not really much, which is kind of a disappointment, especially for Storm Collectibles standards. They usually come with a lot of stuff, but let's get into it nonetheless. Here we start off with the second set of hands from the closed fist, which more look like gripping hands, like he's going to, grab a character, like Axe Battler, and basically try to choke him out, right? That's one set. Painted really well. Second set is the one with the hands with the closed grip but open holes, so that we can, what you call it? He can hold. He has details there with the nails and stuff, so he can hold his weapon, right? And then the next one is like the open splayed hands, kind of like he's summoning someone to him. And you see they're nicely sculpted and very human-esque, and with the anatomy and the veins and the creases in each finger and then his fingernails. We're very well done and painted. Although that in person they have more of an orangey look than a beige look, especially if you compare it to the color of my skin versus the color on it. So it's kind of weird, but that's how he looks, even the body. Then it comes with a second hand display face, which I don't know if this was ever seen in the game, but I think this was made more just for, display purposes. Look at the teeth. They were really nicely implemented. And then the grunt in his face, his eyebrows and his forehead looks good. And then last but not least, the actual golden axe, which is what the game is, basically named. A nice gold sheen to it. If you see it, like almost pearlescent, like it had some type of I don't know if you can see it coming off of the camera, but like it had some type of glitter inside of it. It's sculpted very nicely. It's very big. To give you guys an idea, I'll bring in Faker He-Man from Origins really fast, and you can see next to it that it stands over, so you have an idea how big it is, in comparison. So it's really, really big. So yeah, that's what he brings as far as accessories. So now let's get to his articulation. Okay guys, we're back, and let's take a look at Death Adder's articulation. So moving in a little closer, we'll start off with his head, which moves left and right, and like a lot of Storm Collectibles, it feels very buttery smooth. The head can look down that much. Really good because of the way the body's rubber feature is. The neck has like a look and feel like a real human's head, body when it moves. So you can look back that much. As you can see, bring him back this way. And he can actually, there goes the ball peg, came right out of the socket. He can actually do the tilt and do another tilt like so. So has good tilt movement. And then we'll look at his actual, shoulder, which goes up that much. He has kind of like a butterfly movement, but it doesn't look like a joint's there. goes 180 degrees. He does have the actual bicep swivel, but you can't see it. But it's in there if you move it, but it doesn't move, which I don't like, but it's whatever. Then he has the double jointed elbow, which it does bend, and it's very tight, but it's there. Then he has the swivel in the wrist, and he has the in and out, I believe is, yeah. Oh, in this case is up and down movement on this particular peg, ball peg on the wrist. On this side of things the same way. Oh no, this one's the in and out. As you can see, there's the ball peg. It pops right out. Let's pop it right back in. And then no cuts there, but he does have waist swivel. He does have the ability to tilt a little bit side to side, and then you can actually bend them forward a nice amount, like so, and bend them backwards a nice amount as well, because it's in there. And then he has the thigh swivel. He does have the ability to stretch his legs a nice amount. And then again here he has the double jointed knee, although I don't like the way that looks, but you could tell it's a rubber, it's like a rubber suit, so you could tell it's there. And then he doesn't have like a boot swivel, but his feet move back, forward. He has the pivot on the toe, and then obviously it has a nice rocker. So as for his articulation, that's pretty much what he has to offer. You might not like the fact that he doesn't have, you know, that basic bicep swivel, but it's there, as you can see. Then of course, if we want to swap out his head, right, and put the other one, we can do so, like so, and put this head like so. This is the first time we swap this head, so maybe a little bit tight at first. We can put back the helmet like that. Then we'll remove these hands, of course, and let's put his gripping hands so that we can insert the hands that give him the ability to hold the golden axe, which we can put on this hand like so. And I don't think that the weight will affect him at all as far as him holding it, because of the fact that the axe is the figure being so big and the joints being so tight. But yeah, so this is pretty much how he would look like. Oh, the hand came out, sorry. Let me get that straight real quick. Oh, here we go. Let's go. So let's lift this up just a tad more, so that you can have some more range. It's kind of bend his knee a little bit. The mean, scrawny face, or looking face, right? And then there we have Death Adder. There we have him, wielding the golden axe. You see how big the golden axe is in his hands. Next to him too. Like I said, he's like it's like at least, let's say at least, he's at least let me see, at least 12, I want to say maybe 12 inches in height, for the most part, at the very least, about 12. So what I'll do is I'll put them next to some other figures so that you guys can get an idea how big he is. So here we have him. He's got to be at least 9. Because here I have him next to the Incredible Hulk Diamond Select, and you guys know how massive and big that figure is. And look how Death Adder stands next to him. And I have over his legs bent, so if I actually straighten him out, I believe Death Adder is taller than him. And then over here we have him next to the brand new Skeleton God from the Netflix series, which we get an introduction to him in the end of the new series, which I will hopefully be speaking on my thoughts on the Netflix show. It's a lot better than what people are making it out to see. Let's just say that people like to take a lot of things out of context, for lack of a better term. So yeah, there he is next to them. And here we have him next to the Diamond Select Lord of the Rings. Gimli, right? I believe it is Gimli, the dwarf. And Legolas, the archer. And, you know, they go and kind of blend well. Even though the fat is very colorful with that nice vibrant red. But they kind of blend well because of medieval and different world of realms, sorceries and dragons. So it's pretty cool. They look really nice together, and you know these are intended to be in a 7-inch scale from the Diamond Select series line. So yeah, that's what they look like. Now let's take a look at and here we have him next to the Mexico David Hopper Hellboy from the newer movie, and the NECA the Boy Starlight. And of course this is for scaling purposes, so you guys can see more or less how he does and how he looks like scaled next to different characters of other scales, of course. And these both are supposed to be within the, well, the NECA one's supposed to be within the 7-inch realm, and the Mexico is usually around the 6-inch realm, but you see that Starlight is shorter, so she looks more like a 6-inch, just like the Mexico. But yeah, that's what they look like. This is the NECA one. Like I said, this is the Mexico one. So let's take a look at and here we have him next to the McFarlane Toys Batman, I believe Batman Begins, villain called the Shriek over here. And then the, I believe it's Figma Common Riders, I forget his name, Cobra, something from the Common Riders next to him. And you can see how much smaller it is compared to, you know, Death Adder. You know, keep in mind that this figure here was a $60 figure, right? Versus $120. But look at the amount of difference that you're getting with the figure. So yeah. So now let's take a look at one more comparison, which is obviously going to be the most important one. You know, if you will, it's called the money shot, right? And which I know that's what you guys are waiting for. So let's take a look at that real fast. And of course, here we have it, guys, the money shot. Obviously, the money shot. This is what we have so far from Stone Collectibles as far as the Death Adder and Golden Axe collection set. Those are the Skeleton Warriors that, you know, fight beside them. You know, Axe Battler with the Red Dragon. And this displayed, you know, just imagine, you know, with Gimli and the little chicken driving creature with, you know, Tyrus, you know, with Tyrus on the blue dragon. It's going to look absolutely stunning and phenomenal. I can't stress enough how cool this looks all together. And it just looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks absolutely gorgeous next to each other, as you can see there. So, yeah, you know, this is very, very, very beautiful. And looking forward to, you know, what those two other characters will look like. They do have another Death Adder, which is Deathbringer in the purple mode, where he is the one that is basically the extra character they created for the Genesis video game version, not the arcade version. And another version of him that's like a I forgot what color it was, but it's another version of him. There's like a purple, it's like a purple and green, and then there's like another color. They're both exclusive, but they are available as well for Stone Collectibles, I believe, at this moment. So guys, let's you know, give you my final closing thoughts on the figure to end the review and wrap it up. Well guys, my final thought on the Death Adder figure is he's absolutely gorgeous looking, excellent looking figure. And you know, I can't stress enough how beautiful it looks in person. Very simplified, but very effective. Effectively executed as well. If you're a Golden Axe fan, it's obviously without a doubt or hesitation, you're going to want to be, you know, a completist, at least with the set, to make that Golden Axe type of world. Like if they make, let's say, a couple of the henchmen maybe, or even, you know, the other big, tall guys with the ball heads that look very similar to Death Adder, that would be a nice addition. And I think that, you know, it'll be kind of straight to the point, and it'll feel like a complete Golden Axe action figure collectible line, right? So Storm did an excellent job. I am a little bit scarce and, you know, and afraid about, I mean, not scarce, but a little bit adamant and afraid about the rubber material on his, you know, body. I think it might tear with time, especially with the weathering and conditions and stuff like that. It might end up getting gunky, ripping, or, you know, something to that nature. I mean, hopefully not. That won't be the case. But you also got to keep in mind that there's a lot of people, like I said before, that have put in, you know, Facebook pages of Storm Collectible, a lot of the defects that they've had with the figures that they own that are Storm Collectibles, basically after having it for a certain amount of time. I've never had that experience personally myself. So, you know, I'm hoping for the best in this case and for anybody else who buys it, right? So guys, yeah, that's my review of Death Adder from Storm Collectibles from the Golden Axe line. I do recommend them. If you can get him, get him. He's no longer available through the site, so you're going to have to pay a little bit more in the aftermarket price, which I don't know exactly how much he's going for, but I gotta imagine it's not cheap because of the fact that he's limited, the importance of the character and how big it is, and right off the hip from Storm themselves, with the shipping and tax, it was about $150. I don't recommend it for any mint on card collector because, as you saw, the packaging came completely banged up and messed up. And I don't think you'll be happy with the results if you're a mint on card collector. So, guys, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed my review of the figure. Let me know what you think in the comments down below of the figure, of your own thoughts and how you feel about him. If you're planning on maybe picking him up, or if you're planning to pass on him, or maybe if you already have him, what's your thoughts of your experience with the figure itself. As always, leave a thumbs up if you liked the video. Leave a thumbs down if you didn't like the video. Share the video with someone you think might like it in the figure community. And as always, for those of you that continue to give me support with your continuous love and support, guys, I can't thank you enough, because without you, my channel would be nothing. And even though I haven't hit my mark of 1,000 subscribers, so that I can do a lot more like live stream and do super chats, or even be able to do more giveaways with the super chat that I get, it's just fun doing it, because this is from the heart, and I love that in a situation like this I can do it based off a figure of a video game, and it's a figure in itself that I like to collect figures that are collectibles. So like I said, thank you so much for your support. If you're new to the channel and you like what I'm doing, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. If you subscribe, hey, listen, I know you didn't have to, so that means the world to me. But since you did, remember, I consider you now part of my family. And you can find me on social media over on Instagram under C_respect. I am also on Twitter, but I'm not ready to give up that identity yet, for obviously personal reasons. But I will soon enough. I just want to make sure that the lines are correct, and that I can do what I have to do without being harassed by idiots and trolls that are just immature and can't handle conversations like adults. So, guys, here we have it. See you on the next one. I love you guys very, very much. But remember, you can always help me out in any way, shape, or form if you want, with the description below under my Patreon that I tried to create, and my PayPal account. You're always able to help me that way, if you choose to, if you want to, from the kindness of your heart. And if you guys ever want to donate anything for me to showcase maybe on the channel, I can also do that. I'll be an honor. I'll be more than grateful to do that. Just hit me up on DMs on social, and we'll work out the particulars and see from there. I'll see you in the next episode of Toys in My Closet, guys. Love you very much, and until next one, keep toy hunting, be safe doing it, but be considerate while you're doing it to others. Bye!